Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to talk about my updated Memento Fiendsmith deck profile along with combos. Now, with the latest ban list, it was a slaughter across the board, and that's no different with Memento. This deck, we lost Lacrima, which really hurt our one card Engraver combo, so we lose starters. And also, we can't go into Apo to protect our plays. But thankfully, I have some combos for you to help beat Nib and board breakers. All right, let's get into this deck profile and then into the combos. So first, not much has changed here. 3 Darkblade, 3 Witch, 3 Horse, 1 Mace, 1 Gaddock, 1 Dragon, 1 Goblin, 1 Sleepy, and 1 Combined Creation. Nothing's changed there from my last deck profile pre-ban list. Same thing here, 1 Field Spell, 3 Bone Party, 2 Fusion. You could play 3. I find it to be too bricky, so I like 2. So that's all the same. Now, to increase consistency, since we did lose starters in the Engraver, add the 1 Rhoda and the 1 1-for-1. 1-for-1's full combo with the Goblin. It'll be like the new Goblin spell that's coming out in Rage of the Abyss. But yeah, 1-for-1. You kind of have to add it now for starter reasons, since we, like I said, we did lose that Engraver 1-card combo. Still on the Fiendsmith stuff, because it's great. It doesn't start your plays, but it can extend, and it's also just value across the board. So 3 Engraver, 1 Lurie, 1 Tract. I thought of playing 2 Engraver, but Engravers, it's just too good not to play, you know? All right, and non-engine. 1 Prosp, consistency, 1 Talents, and then 3 Imperm, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Veiler, and 3 Bestials. So that's the deck profile here. That's 45 cards. I found that if I played closer to 40, I was clumping on multiple names, so like multiple Darkblades, multiple Horse, things like that. And this number just, it feels good. I feel like most of the time I have the 1 card starter necessary, or a combination of cards like a Memento plus a Bone Party, or Engraver plus like a Darkblade or whatnot. So this feels good to me. If I were to reduce the deck count, I would cut the talents. But I like increasing the deck count here while also increasing the number of starters in Rhoda and 1-for-1. So moving on to the extra deck, 2 Creation King, 1 Twin. So that's it for the Memento engine. Then we have 1 Sequence, 1 Requiem, 1 Moon, 1 Caesar, Necroquip, Aerial Eater, and Desiree, along with Telemi. This is all your Fiendsmith stuff here. Now, basically, your end board pieces are Caesar and Desiree. Desiree is a 1 card, just any 2 bodies into Moon, and that's a Desiree, which has replaced the need for the Herald Link 2 to beat the board breakers. So we replace that there. And then also Caesar, if you want to protect yourself from Nib early, or if you feel like it's just better than Desiree, because if you go into Moon, you have the option of either Desiree or Caesar at your disposal. And then Necroquip Princess gets you there, and then Telemi is a combo piece that gets you from Moon into that Desiree. And then finally, we have IP, SP, Azalea, and Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep is a combo piece. It allows you to get into combo with the Aerial Eater combo. It's not as effective now because we did lose Lacrima, so you'll need to use your normal summon, and it gets a little bit awkward, but I'll show you the combo that how Engraver will extend for you. So that's what Cross Sheep is for. Azalea is to clear your way for Horse, and it's also another IP target. So say you do get nibbed, that's cool. You can use the token plus like the dragon in hand in order to go in an IP, and then you could IP into either SP or Azalea. So you have multiple ways to beat Nib in this deck. You don't care about Nib too much, because if you play this deck how you're supposed to play it, then you really don't have to worry about the card too much. So that's the end of the deck profile. Let's show a couple combos here. All right, for the first one, we're gonna get into the normal end board with our Darkblade. So we'll normal summon the Darkblade, activate the effect, destroy himself, special witch. Witch will then add you horse, like usual. And then whenever you have witch on board and then horse, most of the time you want to special that horse and then horse effect to destroy itself. And then because that witch is there, you will access your first fusion by dumping Sleepy, Goblin, and then the Mace. Because here you can go Anguish, target Mace, destroy itself, and then Mace effect, destroy itself to add the Memento fusion. So you got your first way into fusion. Now we need our way into Sleepy to continue our plays. So we'll activate this fusion. We'll shuffle back. We already used Mace. We don't care about horse. And then, yeah, let's just shuffle back the Darkblade, horse, and the Mace. And then we will summon the Creation King. Creation King will dump another copy of himself. And then it'll also dump the Gaddock so that we can grab that Sleepy we dumped earlier. And then it'll also dump the Combined Creation. Here he is. So now we have Combined Creation rotation. We'll activate the effect of that Gaddock to special, and then Gaddock target the Sleepy. So normal play so far, this is very similar to how the deck was played pre-Banlist. Now we'll activate the effect of Creation King, banish himself to add the field spell, which we will then activate. All right. Now activate the effect of Sleepy. Sleepy to fuse. We'll fuse these two off. For the twin effect, we're going to pop himself in order to add 2. So here we'll add Mace, and then we'll add the Dragon. So we'll go, depends if you want to play around Bell or Ogre. They would have Ogred you earlier, so let's go Chainlink 1, Twin, Chainlink 2, Field Spell. To be honest, they would have hand trapped you earlier either way, so this chain building, I don't think it matters too much. But anyway, we will, with the Field Spell, target the Twin to Reborn 1. Let's just Reborn, it doesn't really matter. The Goblin, because we still haven't used this effect. We could if we wanted to. And then Twin Dragon will Reborn another. Let's just Reborn this Gaddock here. So now we can go into our moon plays. We have our body set up for the Creation King. We have Fusion Engrave if we want to set in the end phase. We have Dragon in hand, so if they nib us, cool. We still have plays. So let's go ahead and just link off these two for the moon. Moon for Requiem. Requiem effect. Let's just dump them over there to summon Engraver. Now we'll equip here, and then we will go into Princess. Shuffle back the moon for the Engraver. Overlay for Telemi. Reason we're doing this is we need that other Light Fiend in rotation. So we'll go Telemi, discard Engraver, target Engraver to add to hand. Discard Engraver, add Tract. Tract effect, add Lurie, discard Lurie, special Lurie. Link off these two for sequence. All right, sequence effect. Shuffle back every single Light Fiend we have. So Lurie, Engraver, Requiem. We have those. For the Desiree. Now, we should have done this earlier before going into Moon, because if they nib us here, it's a little annoying because you don't get the value off of what I'm about to do. So, yeah, make sure you do this earlier before going into Moon. But banish the fusion, pop the Sleepy, add the Bone Party. Then we'll go Sleepy effect, dumping the fusion. So yeah, now we will go Special Dragon. Link these two for an SP to play around Nibiru. We'll equip that sequence to the Desiree. And then we'll bring out Combined Creation. So let's special summon him out right here. We'll shuffle back, see what we have available. Here we go. Yeah. We'll want to leave the Creation King and the Dragon Engrave. So we're shuffling back the Englitch, Twin, Goblin, Gaddock, and Sleepy. We'll set the Bone Party. We still have the Mace in hand. End phase, we're going to go Field Spell, target the Memento Fusion Engrave, and set it. So next turn, we have the Mace in hand to Snatch Steal. We have SP, we have Desiree to beat a Board Breaker. We have the effect of Combined Creation to bring back the Creation King. Creation King effect, pop one of theirs along with itself. Field Spell effect, target the Creation King, bring back the Horned Dragon. Then you can go Bone Party effect, pop the Horned Dragon to summon or add to hand Darkblade if you want to, or I guess it really depends on the board state as well, how you want to sequence these things. And then you can also Memento Fusion into the Twin Dragon that you shuffle back to add follow-up, or add a Sleepy to fuse as well. So, yeah, that is the first combo. Now, for the next combo, I'll talk about how we can use Engraver to extend past like an Imperm on a Darkblade. So Engraver is not a starter, but it is an extender, and I'll show you how. So we'll normal summon the Darkblade, activate the effect, they Imperm it. We'll go Engraver effect, add tract effect, get my Lurie out of here, special that Lurie, link it off for Requiem, Requiem effect, special another Engraver. All right, we'll link these two for sequence. Sequence will shuffle back the Requiem and the Lurie for a copy of Aerial Eater. Aerial Eater will dump the Goblin. Here he is. Then we'll link these two for the Cross Sheep, so we can bring back the Goblin, get into our Memento lines. So we'll special summon the Aerial Eater by banishing 2 Engravers. Cross Sheep effect, bring back the Goblin. All right. So here is off the 1-card Engraver combo how it used to be. We'd pop and do Gaddock and Sleepy into Twin, and then Twin add Darkblade, and then you can play. But we already used their normal summon, so unfortunately, we're going to have to be creative here. So, Goblin effect, we're going to pop himself, we're going to dump Fusion and Gaddock. Gaddock effect is special, Gaddock, target Fusion to add to hand. Alright, so we're going to activate the Fusion, we're going to use the Gaddock, the Goblin, and the Darkblade to go into Creation King. Alright. Creation King effect. We'll dump a copy of himself, as well as the Witch and the Sleepy. We'll activate the effect of the Creation King to add the field spell. Oh, this isn't. This is supposed to be Engrave. Yep, field spell. We'll activate that field spell. There it is. We'll go Fusion effect, pop the Aerial Eater in order to add a Bone Party. There's our Bone Party. Now we'll go Chainlink 1. We just go field spell, target Aerial Eater. And then that'll bring back the Sleepy effect to fuse these two away. For the twin effect, pop itself, add the horned, and we already went through our ways to dump, so creation. All right, so we have these cards in hand, and then we'll activate twin effect, bringing back the witch effect, add mace. All right, so next we're going to special this horn dragon. Gonna link off these two for your IP. And then you're going to activate Bone Party, destroying the combined creation to special a name that we haven't used. So let's do the horse. And then we'll link off the cross sheep and the horse for an SP. Shuffle back 5 for combined creation. So let's do that. We'll shuffle back the horse, the twin dragon, Gaddick, witch, Sleepy, leaving again the dragon and the creation king in grave. So we'll shuffle these 5 back to special him, leaving again mace in hand. And end phase, field spell, target Bone Party to set it. So even through an imperm on our Dark Blade, using the engraver, we're still able to put up a decent enough board. We have the SP, IP into Azalea for a pop. We have the combined creation to bring back the Creation King for a pop there, and then another pop 2 with the dragon and a Snatch Steal as well. Just with 2 cards, and they hand loop themselves for 1 with that imperm. And all of this is without playing with the bricks that other people are adding to this deck, maybe a pure version in that they're playing the Silhouette Rabbit with embodiment of Apophis along with Cranium Burst. But in my opinion, while that does raise the ceiling of the deck, the problem is it also lowers the floor and you get a lot more brickier hands. And I just want to see combo, and I want a consistent combo. I think the ceiling is just fine enough, especially with the other decks in the format lowering their ceiling as well. So if there's anything to take away from this video, make SP to beat Nib, make Desiree if you can, still play Moon, still play your Fiendsmith stuff if you own it. Pure Memento is just fine. You don't need to go out and get the Fiendsmith stuff. It's consistent. It has a great end board. But this is a showcase on how Engraver's still a good card and it can put a lot up for the deck. So yeah, and with that, thanks for watching everyone. Appreciate it. Peace.